Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Nerds with Friends, the podcast for nerds by nerds. Kind of like FUBU, but for nerds. For nerds by nerds.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, FUBU's still a thing, right?
I don't know.
Maybe. The guy's on Shark Tank. My name is Cody Leach, and I'm joined, as always, by Christian Garcia.
What up?
What's happening? We got a fun show. We're going to be talking about some extraterrestrial things today. But before we get to that, make sure you like and subscribe. Click that button down at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, of course. If you're on Apple Podcast or Spotify or now Audible, where all your audiobooks and stuff are, just make sure you like, subscribe, follow, whatever those platforms ask you to do. We very much appreciate it. All of our social media info can be found at nerdswithfriendspodcast.com, Twitters, Instagrams, and all the good shit like that. And then, of course, if you'd like to support the show, you can visit us at patreon.com/nerdswithfriends. Get yourself some cool rewards. Support the show. It's only $1 or $2 a month for you, but it's the world to us.
Give us that money.
Please, I'm poor. Money, please. Alrighty, let's get down to some business. Let's earn those dollars we're getting from those patrons already. Let's do some nerdy confessions where we confess the things that make us nerds. Why don't you lead us off?
So my nerdy confession. I saw Tenet.
Okay.
And I've probably talked about it on the show that I'm not a huge...
Yeah, you talk a lot of anti-Christopher Nolan shit.
I mean, Batman was dope. So I saw Tenet, and I liked it and hated it at the same time.
Yeah.
And I texted Cody about this. I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is my final opinion, but it's one I feel very strongly right now, is that Christopher Nolan is an amazing director. Mm-hmm. Like, I could not stop watching the movie. The shots were great. The music was great. The sound effects were dope. Mm-hmm. But he's a shit writer. And you can't have both. Like, you can't be an amazing writer and an amazing director. But
it's hard to do both, for sure. I think being a visual storyteller and then being actual, like, written storyteller, I think are two very different things.
Like, I think even the actors, when they were saying the lines, they're like, I don't buy the bullshit I'm fucking saying right now. Like, do you follow what I'm saying? Does that make any sense, what I just fucking said? Like, and like, he'll throw out stuff like temporal pincer move. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Obviously, that's where you go backwards and forwards in time, and you meet in the middle at like a pincer move.
Can you honestly tell me you understood that story?
So what I took away from Tenet is that it's one of those things where someone had like a crazy idea where like, what if you could move backwards and forwards through time, like a palindrome, it's the same backwards and forwards where you're, meeting in the middle essentially. I think that only goes so far.
I think he doesn't. I think because, like, what was his first film that he did? Was
Memento, I think, is the one that he was really...
Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. I actually really enjoyed that. So, okay. So, I think because he has been able to earn X amount of dollars in the theater, people are just like, just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
And I think he could use some, okay, maybe, guys. Maybe not. Maybe let's do this instead.
Right.
I think he's surrounded by yes men because he generates so many dollars that no one's really questioning his stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think when you go to see his movies, aside from the Batman movies, I think that when you go to his movies, you expect kind of a brain teaser. I think Memento really set that up. Because if you look at some of his other movies he's directed, you got The Prestige, which you never seen that one?
No.
Oh man, that was a good one with the magicians.
I know about it.
Battling magicians. That one came out almost the same time as The Illusionist with Edward Norton. Kind of like, how every once in a while you get those movies in pairs, like Armageddon, Deep Impact, Dante's Peak, Volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was The Prestige and The Illusionist were that one. Then you have The Dark Knight, and then you have Inception, another kind of brain teasy one, right?
Which, don't get me wrong, I had the same thing. I was like, okay, it was beautifully shot. I liked watching it, but the premise was full of shit. It was a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream.
It's like high concept movies where basically like the concept of whatever shenanigans is going on, whether it's, time dilation, like in Interstellar, dreams in Inception, and then memories with Memento. It's like, it's all focused on the one idea. The rest of it, is just kind of, it's not like an expert, like, here's exactly what happens. It's just kind of designed to make you think a little bit.
It's almost like, to me, like when you talk about hard magic and soft magic,
yeah,
he kind of like pushed it together and didn't care like to make it one or the other.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like science fiction from like the pre-space world. Like if you look at science fiction from like the 50s and 60s, before we actually like went into space and went to the moon and found out what space is like, it's a lot like that, where it's, we're just kind of guessing at how things work. We know a little bit of science. We're like, well, there's no oxygen up there, so how would they breathe up there? Oh, well, obviously they would just like blow a bubble around their head made of like a crazy rubber that would let them breathe. And they're like, well, that really wouldn't work, but okay, we'll deal with it.
You know what? Like watching that movie, I really be like, dude, I wish I had a scientist friend, and be like, can you just confirm what they just said is bullshit? Like, yeah. I'm not dumb. What he just said was fucking dumb, right?
Well, 100%. I mean, they're talking about freaking time travel.
but it was like, and then they try to like throw out words that like, oh, it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Like, no, you're just, it's kind of like when you meet that person that you're like, they're saying shit, and you're like, they're trying to use big words, and you're just like, nah, I can see through your bullshit. Well, you're definitely full of shit.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a not real movie. But I mean, you got to kind of like, you got to make it sound believable in that world, so it's not just happening from magic. You know what I mean? You got to make up words like, the Templar
pincer move.
Like,
what the fuck?
Temporal, and then what was the thing with the bullets? They were called. I don't remember what
I don't remember.
They were like reversed or something, where they go back into the gun.
And that's the thing. Like in the beginning of the movie, they were making it seem like, oh, things have to be made of this material in order to move backwards.
Yeah.
But then they were able to go into a machine, and then they were moving backwards.
Yeah, that thing reversed them, because they were charged with like freaking what are the things called in Star Trek that always makes them go back in time? Tachyons.
But okay, that's a great example where Star Trek is like, all right, we're gonna throw a little bit of science, but like we're not gonna try to go deep into it.
He went hard into it.
Yeah. It's like, just give it to me like Back to the Future. Okay, there's a flux capacitor. You dump garbage.
Yeah, we don't know how it does. It does. It's just lights and plutonium.
That's all I need.
Yeah, yeah. I think when you try to make it too realistic, you're just like, come on, dude. Like Inception is a good example. They never really explain how you go into dreams. You just put this tube from a briefcase in your nose, and then boom, you're dreaming.
Yeah, I mean, all they had to do is leave it. Oh, this technology's from the future. We don't understand how it works. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, we know like what it does. I don't know how it does it, but that would have been fine.
Yeah, exactly. I see your criticism of it. I mean, I think...
But again, I was entertained.
It was entertaining, right?
I couldn't stop watching it, you know, so I'll give them... I think, like, just let other people write the stories, and then you just direct the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Just leave it like that.
I thought Dunkirk was very good.
I haven't seen it.
Oh. Well, you should see Dunkirk. There's no fucking shenanigans going on.
Okay.
It's just a war movie.
All right.
But it's a very, very well-directed war movie.
Did it come out at the same time as, was it 19... the one you had me watch?
Oh, yeah. It's the volcano Dante's Peak of war movies. Yeah, I think it's...
Was it 1917?
1917.
That was a great movie.
I think 1917 came out like 2 years after this, because that was, I think, 2019.
I don't know. It was great.
I think so. I think it was the last normal Oscars we had. Yeah, I want to say that was a good one too. But Dunkirk is also very, very good. You should check that one out. Just good solid war movie.
Tenet, it just popped up. I think it was on Netflix. It just popped up, and I was like, all right, I think
it's on HBO Max. I think it just...
Or then it was there, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to pay for it. And well, technically I did because I have HBO Max. But I was like,
right.
I got a couple hours to kill. Let me check. I was like, Cody liked it, so let me watch it.
Yeah, entertaining. I mean, it's one of those ones where like it's so stupid. If you think too hard at it, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Because the whole like bullets going back there, it's like, oh, did you just discover this thing and the bullets just appeared there, or were they always there? Like that doesn't make any sense.
None.
Like you wouldn't walk down a hallway and be like, dude, there's fucking... See all these bullets in this wall right now?
What if I point this empty gun at it?
Yeah, just...
Think about shooting, and then it goes reverse. Like it just didn't make any fun.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stretch, but it's definitely fun to watch for sure.
But I also will say that I can now. I had said it before, and I take it back. Where I was like, I don't think dude is gonna be a good Batman. What's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Yes, but after seeing this movie, I was like, okay, I could see it for sure.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a good young Batman. You know what I mean?
Seeing that, I was like, I don't know if he can do action like that. But then seeing him in this, I'm like, okay, where he plays like what was he?
He was like
Britain's
time cop. He was basically a time cop.
Oh, that was the other thing where, like, I guess it happens in the beginning. The main character thinks he died by taking a suicide pill, and then
that was just a test.
It was just a test, but like, some dude is like, "Hey, welcome to the afterlife," and then it's like, "Okay, here's your new mission." Didn't question who the fuck he was.
Right.
He didn't know who the fuck the guy was.
I feel like a lot of movies do that though. They're just like, "Oh fuck, I guess," and then just go with it. You're like, you didn't even ask to see that guy's ID or anything.
Nothing. You just took his fucking word for it. And then he was like, "What's the mission?" He's like, "All I have is a word and a gesture. Tenet."
Yeah, and you're like,
it's like, okay,
you're crazy. I'm out of here.
I'm fucking happy I'm not dead. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Thanks for not murdering me, I guess, but I'm out of here.
Also, like, when he sees the first bullet reversing in the first mission, he didn't even question it, like, at all. Like, zero. And it never went back. Like, the movie never explained it.
Yeah. Now this is kind of spoilers for Tenet if any of you haven't seen it. Now, did you know when he was fighting the SWAT guys that it was going to be him?
Oh yeah, I thought he was going to I thought he was going to fighting Patterson.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be actually himself.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, oh, this is going to be like somehow they're fighting themselves in the future. I didn't know if it was actually him or if it was Patterson or vice versa.
So
kind of thing.
like my first reason was, okay, this unknown helmet guy is doing really well against this guy who's super well trained,
right,
who's been taking people out very easily.
Right.
And then I felt it was confirmed when off screen you just see like Patterson take the helmet off of someone
and look at it and he's like,
oh shit, and he just like runs the other way.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Interesting stuff. Yeah, it's the story, like if you think too hard of it, it falls apart a little bit. But I think it set out to be an entertaining movie. Ooh, that scene with the airplane going into the hangar and just
thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Dude, Christopher Nolan, what the fuck? He's like, all right, we need someone to crash an airplane into a building. I'll put an Arabic guy. Like, what the fuck?
I didn't notice that.
You could have picked any other person.
Well, I mean, oversight,
Yeah, it's just like, and it was Patterson.
I mean, he volunteered.
No. Patterson was definitely like, he's like, all right, I'm going to need, he's explaining like, all right, we're going to need to do this, we're going to do that, and I'm going to crash a plane. And he's like, that's very dramatic. And he's like, you sure we should do this? He's like, I know a guy.
I know. I know a guy. And it like zooms, if it even zoomed over to the guy, he's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? I was like, come on, man.
God damn it.
I get that you're trying to, choose people of color, but you got to keep mindful. Like, dude, you picked an Arabic dude to crash an airplane. Come on, man.
Could have been a Japanese dude.
It could, I guess, would have the same effect.
Oh, we'll do all this sleeping.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. Yeah, Christopher Nolan. I mean, he's a white British dude, so, he's...
It's like, come on,
their
man.
worldview is a little skewed.
I remember signing that. I remember pausing like, yo, what the fuck, man?
That's pretty funny. All right, my nerdy.
Oh, the Japanese guy would have been pretty funny.
Yeah, the fuck are you? My nerdy confession. All that Tenet talk made me forget it. I mean, one thing is, so Mass Effect Legendary Edition was released a couple weeks ago now. And I've been playing the shit out of that game.
Is that the original games just remastered?
Yeah, so it's Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, all remastered into 4K. And then, there's been some updates, obviously.
But is it like as well as like, is it like, because like the remakes of Resident Evil where it's like, they remade it, but they basically changed a lot of stuff. Is it like that, or is it just like new skin on top and everything else is the same?
It's kind of in between that and then just like maybe the Kingdom Hearts ones where it's exactly the same and it's just refreshed. There are definitely some improvements and changes, like the in the first game where you could only play a male version of Commander Shepard, they've introduced the female version that you could later pick throughout the rest of the games.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. A little bit more.
Was it you that told me that this is like one of the best games they've ever played?
Yeah. Well, Mass Effect 2 is for sure.
Then maybe I'll try it.
Yeah.
But then again, you also told me fucking the Disney one,
Kingdom Hearts,
which I fucking hated.
It's Kingdom Hearts. That's one of those games where it's just too dated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with those remasters, the controls were just too old. Like if they had reworked it as much as they did the Final Fantasy VII one,
Yeah.
it would have been a different story. I think you would have really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very dated. I will say there are parts of this. So Mass Effect 1, which came out on PS2, I believe. That one, the controls do feel a little clunkier than what we expect out of games nowadays. But that's what was so cool about Mass Effect 2 and 3, where like they were very modern shooter feeling, but they still had that RPG element to it, which is really cool. Yeah, so far it's so good. It is really fun. Like I'm getting that super nostalgia factor. They've also included all of the DLCs, which I didn't play all of them when they were originally coming out because they cost money and I was broke back then. Now it's I have adult money. I can do whatever I want. Call of Duty, I'm looking at you on that one. Fucking hundreds of dollars in that game probably.
I do enjoy the 80s thing though.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. I hope you guys liked last week's episode. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm excited to get to Mass Effect 2 when I know like all the action and shooting will feel much better. A couple of things like when you're shooting guys, you don't get that impact of like, where it's a very subtle thing that games do a lot nowadays where either the screen will like pulsate a little bit when you're hitting someone or like you'll get that nice shock in the control or whatever. It's much too light in the first game. So it's like, oh, am I hitting that guy? I guess I'm hitting him. And like the animations aren't as, you're not seeing bits fly off of them like you're used to nowadays.
But 2 does that.
2 does that, yeah. 2 feels much more like almost like a Gears of War if you ever played that one.
So yes, I played it with you.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
So what if I skipped 1 and just went to 2? Would the story still make sense?
I mean, you could probably watch like a brief recap of it or something like that.
Okay.
There are those 3 games basically tell like an overarching story. The first one is introduced to like the big bad of the galaxy kind of thing, which are like these robot ships, and I mean there's like I forget exactly how the first one ends because I mean it came out so long ago, but 2 is where like you meet like this cabal, like this underground society who's like trying to manipulate things around the galaxy to help humanity survive kind of thing. And then 3 is like the culmination of all of it.
Maybe I'll just start 1 and if I don't like it, I'll just go to 2.
Yeah, I mean it's not terrible. It's still fun and like especially when you're introduced to the story because it's one of those games where when you're talking to people, you can select different options, and based off of what you say, that changes the story.
Oh, okay.
Or changes, how you interact with the story, I should say. So, like, if you're a fucking dickhead all the time, like, eventually you'll be able to really intimidate people. But, like, if you're trying to, like, flirt with a lady or something, she might not be super down for it.
I actually enjoyed that aspect of Dragon Age. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's made by BioWare, just like Dragon Age.
Okay.
So it's the same company. Though I will say one thing, like, because I played one of the Dragon Ages. I forget which one it was. It doesn't matter. But you know how in Dragon Age, when you're talking to people, it's all text?
Yeah.
This one is all voice acted. So it's much more interactive. You really, like, you can sense everything that's going on. And there's some cool, you have a crew that you can select a squad to go on different away missions and stuff. And they all have awesome personalities. They're all a little different and stuff like that. Like there's this guy named Rex who's this he's called a Krogan. He's this like big burly dude who's got like this huge hunchback kind of thing. And he's all like, I like blowing shit up. And he's a cool, like brutish guy. And then there's a couple human, crewmates. Then there's a couple other alien ones too. There's some sexy lady aliens too that you can romance and bang in the game.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the real kicker. Seth Green is the name of your ship's captain.
Really?
Well, the pilot. I should say pilot, not captain. You're like the commander guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's kind of weird hearing Seth Green's voice, just like, "Hey, Commander."
Oh, it's the actor. I thought you meant like he was named Seth Green.
No. It's the he's voice acting.
Okay, got it.
So it's like, it's like hearing like Chris from Family Guy almost, but it's actually more just Seth Green's normal voice. But very cool. Yeah, it's a fun game. So check it out. Mass Effect Legendary Edition's out right now on PS5 and I think PS4. Very cool. Definitely brings me back. Excited. All right. Speaking of banging aliens, we're going to be talking about some UFO stuff in just a second. But before that, let's take a quick little break with a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. And we're back. All right, Christian. So next month in June, the Pentagon
is going to release some shit.
It's going to release some shit. Apparently, there's a report that none other than our greatest president, Donald J. Trump. He signed some bill or something. Why am I looking at Christopher Nolan? He signed some bill that had a clause in it that meant that they had to release a report about unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, otherwise known as UFOs. So basically, like, there's like this whistleblower guy who's saying, like, dude, guys, get ready, shit's gonna.
There's actually quite a few whistleblowers from different countries.
All these fucking whistleblowers, quit blowing whistles, guys.
Well, I think like at least from what I was reading,
yeah,
like the Navy and like the Air Force have witnessed too many things sometimes on a daily basis, and they get reports and they send it, and it's like it's getting to the point like, okay, dude, we're not gonna be able to hide this shit anymore. Yeah. So they're just like, we might as well just release the information.
I mean, that if you think about it, that makes sense. That's a big naysayers. That's one of the points that they hang on to. Like, we're living in an age where everyone carries a 4K camera around in their pocket, right? Everyone has like instant access to the internet, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, OnlyFans. Hey, coming soon. Why haven't we seen more evidence of UFOs and aliens?
See, I've had conversations.
Only just grainy, shitty ones that people did on a camcorder from 1985.
I've had conversations with people where they're like, "Oh, if there are aliens, why haven't they made contact?" I was like, "Dude, look at it from their perspective."
Yeah,
like,
look who was our president.
Yeah. Well, not only that, like if scientists are studying like a sea slug or some shit, like in its environment, the sea slug doesn't fucking know it's being watched.
Hey, sea slug. Want to join our galactic empire?
Yeah, no, you're just fucking watching it in its natural environment. Like, oh, look, it's doing sea slug shit.
So you're thinking they're so advanced that they just don't want to fuck with our primitive race?
I think it's kind of like the Star Trek thing.
Ooh, the Prime Directive?
Yeah,
I was hoping you would get to that.
Like, maybe they're just like, all right, we can't fuck with them. We have to let them develop on their own.
Obviously, until we achieve warp speed, and then the Vulcans will come down and
or
make
something.
First contact.
But I think also when we see them, it's usually because we're doing some dumbass shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if they're watching, like,
thanks, Israel.
Yeah, or like, oh shit, a nuclear reactor fucking stopped, like something that could potentially destroy the planet, then maybe they might intervene or some shit.
That's when the Eternals come.
Or something.
Yeah.
Actually, you bring up another point where it's like, dude, I hope they don't look like anything that people have reported. Like the little gray, bug-eyed, like big-headed, like aliens.
Because we're going to try to conquer them if they do. Because,
oh, you're shaped like little bitches? All right.
Yeah.
Like,
look at this little bitch. I'm going to fucking drop kick that motherfucker.
I mean, personally, they don't have, at least they never show them with genitalia, and I don't trust anything that doesn't have junk. That's why I hate eunuchs. I mean, it's like...
How many eunuchs have you met?
Dude, a lot.
A lot.
If you don't have,
in the circles I move around in,
if you don't got bits down there, I don't trust you.
I don't trust it.
Everything on Earth has bits.
It can be whatever bits you want, but it got to be bits.
Yes, they got to be some bits, man. No, but it's like, okay, why are they always humanoid shaped? Like, why are they always like? I'm sure they're not gonna look anything like that. Like,
yeah, I think that's one thing. That's us projecting what we would imagine, right? Because we can't really imagine anything other than what we've been exposed to on our planet, right? So, yeah, I mean, they could show up. They could be crab people or slug people or, people-looking people.
I feel like they're going to have digits. I mean, they made planes, so they're going to have to, or they made spaceships, so they're going to have something to manipulate things with.
Or psychic powers.
Or I guess so.
Telekinesis.
Do you ever look at what people think some aliens are, that they've seen? So Greys are one of the common.
Sure.
You ever seen the Nordics? Mm-mm. So they're just basically, they look like Scandinavian people. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers, white people conquered space too? You guys, this advanced...
Space Vikings.
The advanced race that's coming is just blonde white people.
Dude, that's just the Asgardians, bro.
That's just what it is?
That's what it is.
You'll see, and maybe you'll throw an image up there, but it's dude, what kind of bullshit? You guys conquered space before fucking anyone? There's no brown people in space?
Like that one?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean... it's
like a hybrid.
Yeah, that's just kind of like space elves almost, you know what I mean?
It's kind of irritating.
Yeah. I think, who knows? It could be, who knows, Christian? They could come from a world where they have to live underground and aren't exposed to sun. And then
that's what it is.
That's why they're so pasty. Or they're just a spacefaring race now. They don't even have a home planet.
You know what I think is going to happen for sure? Humans are going to try to fuck aliens.
Oh,
for sure.
I'll be first in line.
No matter what they look like.
Yeah, I want to go where no man has gotten before.
It's going to be a space roach, and people are going to be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Literally,
fuck it. Yeah, I think, it definitely raises some questions as far as okay, what's the best case scenario of us making first contact, right? With an intelligent species of extraterrestrial, is, I would say it would be something like the Star Trek thing where they recognize we've become technologically advanced, or we've advanced far enough where they feel that we can join a galactic empire, and then they'll give us some cool technology secrets, cure cancer and coronavirus.
We bring nothing to the table.
But not AIDS.
Right. No, that has to stay.
They still haven't figured that one out. They're like, just stop fucking, people with AIDS.
I would hope that they would give us technology, but I was like, but why? Clearly, anytime we get new technology, we find out a way how we can fucking kill ourselves with it or kill each other. And it's we bring nothing to the table. What can we offer them? You guys like porn? You guys like art?
Dude. I feel like if the human race has anything, we have porn down, and probably food. Have you tried fucking Italian food? It's amazing. They're like, wait, you're telling me no matter where you go, you all have different food and it's all amazing? Yes. You're right.
There's this thing called spices.
Yeah,
you should try it.
Yeah, there's all sorts of spices. We dash that shit on everything. It's oh no, we're allergic to sodium. I'm like, oh fuck.
You're dead. You just ate a lot of that shit.
Salt Bay. Salt Bay, no. Galactic War. I think that's kind of the worst case scenario, is that we as a species are just, at this point in our history, we're just too toxic to really
I get it
interact.
From their perspective. They're like, we're not going down there. You guys kill the ones that are different colored than you. Why the fuck are we going to go down there?
Yeah. I mean, that happens quite a bit more than it should, for sure. Or even, if in the case of Israel and Palestine, it's people who are literally right next to each other.
Right next to each other. You can fucking
who have lived next to each other for so long are just fucking bombing the shit out of each other.
I am curious of how religious groups are going to react to this kind of information.
Oh God, I would hope it would put an end to all that bullshit.
I'm assuming they're going to be they're demons. They're devils or they're demons.
Come on, they're coming from heaven. They're angels, obviously.
I don't know. They're definitely going to say some shit like that, I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. Those religious fanatics are going to...
Catholic Church is going to try to
everything.
Convert them.
I don't know, though. I feel like, I don't know much about it because I could give two shits about religion. But I feel like the new pope is kind of a cool pope.
Oh, yeah.
He's like the pope that sits backward in a chair and is like, let's rap about it for a second,
He's almost okayed a lot of gay stuff, so...
No, Pope Francis was my dad's name.
Yeah.
Just call me Frankie.
Well, I'm not wearing the hat.
What's his name?
Ridiculous.
His name's not Francis anymore, is it?
No.
Benedict?
No, Benedict, wasn't that the Palpatine one?
Oh, yeah. He was cool. the Nazi. Wasn't he a Nazi or
I
something?
think like
He was like in the German army in like 1940 something. Wink, wink.
I think someone in his family was like a Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Pope. Why did they just say Pope?
Francis.
Oh, I was right. I mean, they all look the same. They're all fucking old, white, bald guys. Yeah, I feel like he's cool enough where he'd like hang out with them and be like, hey, let me tell you about Jesus. They're like, we know Jesus. He's with us.
Yeah, we sent him. You guys killed him.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah, we send you one. That's why we don't make first contact. Fucking crucified him. We didn't even know that was a thing. You guys just came up with that on your own. Jesus Christ. That's what I said. Yeah, I mean, now, one thing I think is kind of interesting that we kind of touched on earlier is that, like, they could look nothing like human beings at all. Not even bipedal, you know, not walking on two legs. I think that movie Arrival did a really good job of kind of explaining how a first contact might go. You remember that one?
Was that the circle language?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the squids?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they, like, shoot ink circles.
Yeah.
And that's how they talk. I mean,
I did enjoy that movie. I should rewatch it. That was a good one.
yeah, it was good. It was definitely my favorite Amy Adams thing because I'm not a huge fan of hers. But that one, I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah, that's fun. And then Hawkeye was in it. That was kind of cool.
Yep.
Lois Lane and Hawkeye teaming up.
Do you know which alien movie pissed me off? Was it the one with Jodie Foster. What was it? Contact?
I fucking love that movie.
Dude, how?
I love it. I watch it all the time.
So this is the thing that pisses me off.
Yeah.
It was good. I was sucked in.
Yeah.
And like the whole time you're just like, what are these aliens going to look like?
Oh, and you're pissed that they showed up as her dad?
It's a fucking dad. Like, dude, you're not going to show me what the aliens look like. It's like, oh, we always come in a form that makes you comfortable, which I kind of fucking get. It would make sense that a species would do that. You don't want to come off as off-settling.
They just turned to church right now. It's like, oh my God.
Give me that. That would have been so worth it. Where it was like some big, creepy, scary monster. Like, even like for a flash, that would have made the movie perfect.
Yeah.
That
would be like some Event Horizon shit.
I would say it was a damn near perfect movie that just fucked it up at the end. Like, there's no alien payoff.
Oh, I fucking love that movie. Yeah, I can see your point though. It would have been nice if we saw a little taste, you know,
or even like it like his image half faded or something.
Sure, exactly, and he turns into like some walrus man or something.
Some shit.
Yeah. Got to keep the budget low. They blew all the budget on that fucking space chair.
The fucking what is it? That weird ass
spinny chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Matthew McConaughey in that movie. Really early Matthew McConaughey movie.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Because he wasn't that important in
he
it.
played like a weird, like, cripply guy.
Was he?
I think so.
No.
He had like a limp or something.
What?
Maybe that was someone else in that movie. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. I'm due for another rewatch. But yeah, I think the likelihood of them being humanoid is very low. And I think that, the communication aspect of it could explain why, like, we're not, we haven't had like a straight up contact. Maybe that's what like gamma rays are.
If they're
it's just them like trying to say, hey, it's us. And it's like, dude, this radiation kills us and turns us into the Hulk.
I'm pretty sure if they figured out how to travel through space, they can figure out our dumb language or one of our dumb languages.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that's interesting. Which language do you think they would learn first?
English, for sure.
I would think it would be Chinese. Like,
you'd have to be more specific.
Yeah, it'd be like Mandarin or something like that.
You think so?
That's the main one, right? That's the mainland language.
Yeah.
Cantonese is like Hong Kong or something.
Cantonese is Mandarin is what's taught everywhere. It's what everyone uses.
That's what the regime teaches, right?
I guess.
Yeah. The People's Republic.
I feel like they would be fancy and just speak French and just piss off the Americans.
Or like some weird language like I forget which African country has like the clicky language.
Oh yeah.
That would be fucking tight. We're just like, god damn it. I'm never gonna learn that one. It doesn't even have consonants. Yeah, I think that would be pretty interesting. Now, let's get back to the fact that these UAPs or UFOs or whatever, there's going to be this report released. Now, do you think in the report they're actually going to talk about aliens, or do you think it's just going to be like, look, we've found these crafts. We don't know where they come from. We've seen them, but we don't know anything else about them. How much information do you think is actually going to be in there?
That's the approach that they're taking right now. Excuse me, is that they found some stuff that they know is moving around, and it moves at speeds that the United States doesn't have. And so some people are like, oh, maybe it's a super advanced vehicle from like another country.
Wakanda.
For sure. But my theory is like, dude, if another nation, like let's say Russia or China, had that capability, don't you think they would have fucking attacked us already if they're that much further in advance? Like, it would have been easy for them to fucking attack us.
I mean, what if it's like Sweden? What if Sweden low-key has like this crazy aerospace program that they didn't tell anybody? We're like, guys, we're neutral. We're just... Look, we surpassed light speed, okay? But we didn't want to tell you guys about it because you'd all freak out about it.
We gave you our fucking army knives, and look what you guys did. You bastardized everything.
yeah, exactly. You got fucking spoons and shit in that. It was supposed to be a utility knife, not some catch-all thing where you can put fucking USB sticks in it.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not sharing shit. No, so they're kind of leaving it, like, vague, but I still think I feel that I'm right, that if another nation had that kind of technology, they would have used it against us already.
Yeah, if it was one of the main the world powers, if it was freaking Russia, China, even like North Korea would have destroyed all of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Though they don't even have food, so I doubt they have spaceships. You know what I'm saying? But it could be, it could be, or it could be a non-affiliated underground society.
You're talking about like
Illuminati type shit,
Oh, okay.
Where they're not affiliated with a language, or not a language, a country.
Okay.
It's just an organization set on, like, it's probably run by Elon Musk. Or, someone of similar,
He would have tweeted fucking about it.
Yeah, that's true. He would have fucking tweeted about it and stock prices would have jumped up.
Like what he did with fucking cryptocurrency.
Oh, my God. I fucking lost my ass on that. But, yeah, it's it could be like an organization like Monarch from King Kong, right? Where less about giant monsters, but more about space travel, communicating with aliens, the Men in Black kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Like a hidden Avengers type fucking...
Yeah, like the Men in Black. Pretty much
the
entire plot of that movie. Where they've been communicating with aliens and sharing technology, but they know that the nations at large can't be trusted with, super fast cars and stuff. And that was them fighting aliens or something,
I could see that.
I'm just... Because this isn't the first time that something like this has come out, right?
No, I remember beginning of COVID.
Year, yeah, beginning of COVID, they were like, hey, by the way, UFOs are real. And everyone's like, dude, we've got bigger shit to deal with.
I called it. I was like, dude, that they picked this. Like, everyone was so busy with the mask. Yeah. Everyone was so busy about getting sick. What a perfect time to like, yo, UFOs are real. And everyone's like, what? I don't got time to deal with this shit. I'm trying not to die and get COVID.
Yeah. And trying to buy hand sanitizer. I just sucked some dude's dick for a pack of toilet paper.
Yeah. And like now that things are calming down, people are like, wait, there's aliens? Like, dude, that's old shit. We told you that like a fucking year ago. Like, why are you still talking about it? Get over it. Like,
yeah, that's old news.
Yeah. Ben told you about that.
Yeah. Do you know about the fucking crab people? Talk about that for 20 years and then we'll release some shit. Yeah, I think
Atlantis. We didn't explore that. Maybe it's like some underwater.
Yeah, crab people, for sure. That's the thing too. If it was actually like a civilization underwater, it's definitely not humans. We're too soft and squishy.
Unless they built like domes, like.
Yeah, but why would they live underwater? We're just not suited for it.
I don't know.
Mermaids.
Yeah, they just adjusted to it.
Mer people. I guess it's possible. That was kind of the Abyss. You remember that movie?
I saw it as a kid. I'll be honest, I don't remember the premise, but I do remember the water thingy.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what the fuck it was.
You should watch that. It's basically underwater aliens.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely possible. I just, my whole thing, like, I don't get super excited about these kind of like news drops where it's like, oh, they're going to confirm, they're going to release the stuff about the JFK assassination, or they're going to release, stuff about aliens, because it's always underwhelming.
I feel like we would get bigger news about aliens way before anything about JFK. The CIA is not releasing any of that fucking shit.
About JFK?
Yeah, for sure.
They're like, we did it.
Yeah, Jesus. Obviously, we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, just forget it, The bullet just went. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, it's fine. Bullets
Yeah.
do crazy things.
Yeah. It split into 7 identical bullets. Everyone knows how that works. Yeah, I think, I'm just prepared to be underwhelmed, I guess is what I'm saying. I think, it's going to be like, look, here's some of the info we have on it. Here's some possible theories we have, but that's it. It's not going to be like, look, the aliens are here. We've been trying to cover it up. We've been talking to them. They just think you guys are all fucking crazy, especially the anti-vaxxers. Like, what are you doing? They created the COVID vaccine. Like, why don't you just take it?
Watch. It's going to be reptilians for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All those people, what if like all these QAnon people were fucking right?
Yeah.
There's like these reptilians that are just taking babies and just, I don't know.
Hey, I'll admit when I'm wrong. Like, if I'll be like, dude, son of a bitch. The reptilian guys were right.
Like David Icke? That dude was right the whole fucking time? Holy shit.
Well, or if it was Xenu from Scientology.
Yeah.
Well, God damn it. L. Ron Hubbard, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. You figured it out.
You figured it out. God damn. I got egg on my face. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I don't know. I don't think I would be able to, like, nah, even if he was, L. Ron was right, like, nah, fuck it. There's some bullshit going on around here.
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
Why are they flying in DC-8s? It doesn't make any sense.
I wouldn't buy it. No.
Yeah. All right. So what are your expectations of it?
I feel like they're going to dance around the issue, and I feel like it's going to be a slow, progressive, like, okay, we let them know about UFOs. Okay, maybe in a month or like maybe 6 months later, we're going to let them know, okay, maybe we have made contact. Okay, maybe we did kind of make a deal. Okay, we're just all going to be their slaves now. Like, okay, you guys are okay with it? All right.
just easing us into
it. Yeah, just like slowly.
Look, okay, aliens are real, okay? We were coming clean. Then like 3 weeks later, it was like, all right, so the aliens are real. They're also very hostile, okay? But it's fine. We got a plan. A couple months later. Okay, so the plan is we just submit to their will and we're going to be their slaves. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. How could this game work? A couple months later. All right, sex slaves. We're going to be their sex slaves.
I mean, if they're good looking, it might not be so bad.
No, they're just penis monsters.
Oh, God.
With tentacles. Full of
with,
dicks.
With space, you don't know. It could be fucking possible.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'd have to be okay with them because I said they have to have junk, so they have the bits.
Well, here we go. All right.
Damn it.
These tentacles aren't going to suck themselves.
Should have really thought about what.
Yeah. Can't just put that out there.
Yeah, no.
The dick aliens can have ears everywhere. That's the only other thing they have aside from dicks.
His ears.
His ears. Dicks and ears. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens next. The thing that I'm not excited for is the Ancient Aliens guy to fucking get on his high horse and talk about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it would kind of make sense. I mean, you'd have to give him a little bit of credit, though, because, I mean, if they're appearing now, they probably was appearing in the past. Yeah. So, I mean,
he's like, I fucking knew it. And they're like, wait. First of all, Ancient Aliens guy, we were not here back then. You're just fucking crazy. He's like, oh.
Yeah. We had nothing to do with Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
That guy's just fucking stupid. You guys need to get rid of that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Skinwalker Ranch, that was us, okay? Guilty. We just like fucking with the cows.
Okay, that was our playground. That was a sandbox. We were just dicking around.
We were just dicking around with some, hillbillies in Utah. It's like
we didn't think you'd believe them.
That was our teenagers. They're young. They learned a lesson. They have been punished, okay? But come on, it was a little funny. Like they're still digging around there. I watched more of that documentary because I was bored the other day. It's so bad.
I almost started the Sasquatch one, and then like you really sold it so bad. I was like, I don't know if I want to do it because I enjoy the fuck out of those kind of shows.
Well, the more we do this podcast, the more I realize I have no gauge of what you will like and what you won't like. So yeah, check it out. See what you like.
See
the Skinwalker Ranch one that was just so bad. Like one of the guys started crying in this last episode. He's like, they were investigating something on the ranch, and some dude's like, oh, I have this old head injury from like 15 years ago, and it just started hurting all of a sudden. And they're like, oh God, let's take him to the emergency room. And then this other guy shows up later. He's like, where's so-and-so? He's like, oh, we had to take him to the emergency room. He started feeling this pain from this head injury from 15 years ago. He's like, oh my God, it's happening again. And I'm just like, dude,
They gotta play up the drama, man.
what the fuck? And then there's another stupid thing. Oh God, it's so dumb, Christian. This is why the aliens don't want to talk to us. But they go into one of the houses on the property, and they're like, yeah, we were hearing weird noises down in the basement. He's like, yeah, so they were hearing weird noises, so I came down here, punched a hole in the wall, and I couldn't see anything. But there's like, it seems like there's big room back there, so let's, I figure we should check it out. So they get this like, one of those little bendy scope camera things.
Little snake thingies or whatever.
To put it in this hole in the concrete that he punched with a sledgehammer. And they go down there, and it's just them all sitting around the camera. It's like, oh my God, what is that?
Next episode.
What is that? Oh, what is it? It looks like ashes. What are ashes doing in there? Oh my God, is that bone? You think it could be human bone? It was like next episode. I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's a couple dead rats. Okay, like what do you want from it?
I knew it. I figured it was gonna be like a raccoon.
So stupid. It's so dumb. And this is what's terrible about that, and what's terrible about all of these ancient aliens. A lot of these different shows and stuff that like the History Channel for some reason takes it upon themselves to create. It is that they make it so stupid that no one could possibly take it seriously.
Right.
That's why I really like Bob Lazar. I really enjoy.
He's definitely one of those guys where it's like it's hard not to believe
right.
him.
He seems like a real straight shooter. You know what I mean?
Not only that, like he's like he never tries to profit in any way.
Right. And he never like fetishizes it. You know what I mean? He's just like, look, this is what happened.
And he never tries to go on anyone's shows. Like people approach him, and it's more like, look, and like he even says to himself, like he's like, me coming out and saying these things has only ruined my life.
Right.
I've made no benefit whatsoever from doing this, like whatsoever at all.
You got to meet Joe Rogan. So
I guess.
Cool. I mean, I'm sure he gives you like a goodie bag of creatine or some shit.
Some weed, like edibles or some shit.
It's just weed and protein powder. Kettlebell. Some On It. What's that? Isn't that his supplement
I don't know.
company?
Doesn't he have his own like supplements or whatever? I don't know.
I think that's On It. I think he's like a whatever. It doesn't matter. He's stupid.
Yeah, we don't need to promote that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking. I did see that Neil deGrasse Tyson was on a recent episode, so I'm going to watch that one. I love me some Neil.
I don't know if he was on Rogan before, but someone had cut where like I guess he kept interrupting Rogan as he spoke. And you just see Joe Rogan like just making faces, like getting pissed off. It's like we kept cutting him off.
Well, that's one thing I've noticed about Neil deGrasse Tyson is that he does not like to have a dialogue so much. He just likes to lay some information down. You know what I mean?
Didn't he get like Me Too'd?
I mean,
He was definitely being creepy. Like he admitted to being creepy.
Yeah, I think he had like, he invited some like grad student over to his house for like, a bottle and a half of wine or some shit like that.
Then it was something about the benefits of human touch or something like that.
Yeah, he's just a nerd. Yeah, what are you going to do? He's an astrophysicist. He's going to be socially awkward, okay?
I guess.
Like, what do you want from him, people? But he always has some very interesting things to say. So I'm excited to see that. But anyway, anything else you want to say about aliens? Any other bold predictions?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm hoping that there's at least some higher res pictures because I'm tired of watching a black dot bounce around on sonar.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy that like the military, like what's so advanced they are, like they always have like a black grainy, like.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, it's like a weird thermal imaging, but I'm like, come on, man. Like I got a 4K TV at my house. I can't watch this shit. Like, do the little thing where you just enhance.
Which is apparently, I honestly thought that was a real thing. I
No.
didn't know that that's not real.
No, 100% not. It's so stupid. When you enhance something that much, it just starts looking really shitty.
But somehow, like the pixels get smaller and things get clearer.
Yeah, that information is not there, so it can't possibly.
The aliens
get
are
smaller.
bringing it to us.
Yeah, I mean, if they gave us that, that'd be okay. Just infinite pinch zoom on the iPhone.
Yeah, something.
Well, I mean, we didn't get light speed. Like they're stuck here with us. That's why they've showed up so much. They can't get back home.
Maybe like faster internet. That'd be cool.
Yeah, just I'm fine with how fast the internet is. I just need more reliable internet.
Yeah, for sure.
I need it so that Comcast doesn't cut out at 1 a.m. when I'm trying to watch my programs.
Yeah, or if we're playing Call of Duty,
Yeah.
I keep fucking not dropping off.
Yeah, exactly. That's fucking Activision's fault for sure. Like, So bad. For such a huge video game company, their fucking servers are shit. Maybe the aliens are fucking up with it because they're like, we can't have them.
These guys are getting too
practicing
good.
War against each other,
at murdering each other.
Yeah,
gone.
Exactly.
Dude, what if they come and they just set a bunch of rules? That'd be fucked up. Like, hey, you guys are too fucking stupid.
Yeah.
This is how it's gonna go moving forward. So we help you guys advance. People aren't gonna like that shit.
They're like, look, you got to stop eating meat. It's holding you guys back. We'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. First of all, fuck you. Yeah. And fuck your mother. Get out.
Here, we're going to take all your guns because you guys clearly can't stop murdering each other. And then...
Oh, you can try. You can try, little green man. It's like, look, we could definitely kill all of you. It's like, you can try. You can pry from my cold, dead fingers, green alien.
And then boom, laser gun.
Yeah.
And fucking dust.
Yeah. But then, like, someone with an AK-47 will murder that alien.
I don't know, man. I'm sure they got, like, some crazy armor.
40K universe, man. That's what's coming. Grim darkness of the far future. There's only war.
That's it?
Yep.
We're just going to have your non-god guy leading.
The Emperor of Mankind, a.k.a. Donald J. Trump.
God.
No, he's not smart enough to.
Although I did say, like, dude, now they're announcing it. Can you imagine if aliens came when that guy was fucking president? Can you imagine that guy trying to talk to a fucking alien?
Yeah.
First off, I would have loved to see it because it would have been fucking hilarious.
I just discovered the arms on these chairs go up. That's fun.
To see that guy try to talk to aliens would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah. We have the best planet. It's huge. It's the greatest planet in all the galaxy.
It's like, are you trying to sell us the planet? Is that what you're fucking... Like, what are you doing? Is this
I'm not trying. I will never sell the planet. This is America. This is our home. Unless it's the right price. You know, you can't turn down a good deal. That's smart business.
Probably with some shit he would fucking do.
Exactly. He would try to grab the aliens by the pussy.
Yeah, try to get them to stay at his hotels.
Little do they know, they all have dicks.
There you go.
I think we decided, if we learned anything today, I think we learned
Dick
that.
monsters.
Dick monsters.
Sorry, Dick Lords. Sorry.
Dick Lords.
Forgot they're going to be our leaders.
Dick Lord. Dear Lord. All right. Well, let us know. What do you think aliens are going to be? What do you think the big release is going to be? And what's best case scenario? What's worst case? I think we can all agree that xenomorphs, that's going to be a bad time if that shows up, right?
For sure.
I mean, not really, though, because I feel like xenomorphs in an open setting is not a big deal. It's just once they're in like a spaceship in a confined space, that's where they're really a problem.
You think xenomorphs aren't that big of a deal?
I mean, it seems to me, at least from those movies, and that's what I'm going off of, right? It seems to me that, like, you know, if you see a xenomorph running at you and you're in like a freaking other spaceship with laser guns on it, no big deal. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. They took out a couple predators. Those guys are master fucking hunters.
Those movies aren't real. Those aren't canon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, what if they are predators? That would fucking suck.
Ooh, fuck. That'd be kind of cool, though.
I don't want to be something.
Arnold Schwarzenegger beat one. No big deal.
Yeah, it's fucking Arnie, though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he's still around. Maybe, yeah.
Danny Glover did one, too.
We don't know what Jason Statham would do to a predator. We never got to see that movie.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Be down to see that.
I'd be down to see that.
That's going to be a thing now, watch.
Yeah. Or Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel could save us all.
That's true.
Yeah. He challenged the predator to a drag race. And then the predators realize that they like that better than hunting.
Are they actually going to space in the next movie?
Oh, I think so, yeah. I think it's confirmed. Which I'm so excited for.
I still need...
Yes!
I've only seen Tokyo Drift, man. I guess I got to watch it.
That's another one you got to watch. Got to stop watching all these B movies and start watching the true cinematic masterpieces.
All right.
But yeah, let us know. What do you think is going to happen with this new alien UFO report being released? Tell us down in the comments on the old YouTubes. You can also hit us up on Instagram or Twitter. We respond all the time on there. And you can check out all of that information at nerdswithfriendspodcast.com. You can also become a patron, and thank you to all the patrons who are currently supporting us. As you can see them scrolling up. I think it scrolls up. Maybe it's scrolling down. Scrolling up. I think it's scrolling up. Thank you guys for supporting the show. You make all this possible. We really appreciate it. If you want to become a patron, patreon.com/nerdswithfriends is the place to go. Christian, if our alien overlords do make us sex slaves, I mean, you know.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. I mean, realistically, right?
What derogatory names do you think they're going to get? I think space Mexicans for sure.
Goobacks.
Goobacks?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Because they're going to be slimy, probably.
Okay.
You didn't see that episode of South Park? They're like people who immigrated from the future, where like all races had kind of combined into one race, so they were all like the same. They were all like some sort of half white, half brown, half mix
It's a lot
of
of
colors.
halves.
Yeah, it's just like they were kind of like an off brown.
They're all
reddish
like
color.
3 people.
And then because they traveled back from time, because the economy's so shitty back there, they would come back here and work like they would work labor at way cheaper rates than any Americans would, because like if they just set it in a bank account for their future ancestors and they sent it back home, it would be worth billions of dollars there, right?
Not with today's interest rates, but okay.
They called them because they came back in time, they would have to be covered in this like goo from the time travel process, so they called them goo backs. And it was basically a whole thing about Mexicans taking our jobs.
What show is this?
South Park.
Nice.
They took our jobs. You never saw that?
No, but I want to see that.
Oh my god, I'm going to send it to you later. But anyway, let's hope for the best and hope that we don't have alien overlords by the next time you hear this. So we'll see where it goes.
We'll see.
Yep. To all the nerds out there, remember, you're not alone. You're with aliens. This is Nerds with Friends. Thank you and good night.